My friend Carson and his wife have a pretty nice place. Carson used to have his own painting business with his cousin, so he did all the trim and molding and whatnot himself. Real nice. And Carson, who's a bit of the fruity interior decorator type, is always repainting one room or another in a daring color that, as he likes to say, pushes it. Meanwhile, Carol, his wife, has a mother or aunt or someone who's always giving them colonial furniture or art or farm tools. The effect is a bit antique roadshow, but ultimately classier than any of my other friends' places. It's also an apartment I'd only been in a handful of times. So when they asked me to look in on the cats last Saturday, I looked forward to the novelty of spending a few hours out of my routine, padding around hardwood floors in my socks, hiding out from the world. Now, married people with good jobs leave their places spick and span when they travel, especially if someone will be coming by to look after things. Women still feel they're being judged by how they keep a home. They work hard to create the illusion that no one actually lives there. The vague smell of cleaning products, the empty surfaces, the vacuumed carpets, each object resting just so in its rightful place on a vacation of its own. The apartment becomes a museum display of 21st century New York City living. And I have escaped my 4th grade field trip to frolic on the other side of the velvet rope. It all creates a seal around the apartment that I savor in anticipation of tampering. It's not as though when Carson had us over for dinner, I couldn't wait to rifle through his stuff or rub his hand cream all over my body. But alone, in a cat-sitting scenario, I am a burglar with a get-out-of-jail-free card. I am anonymous. I am barely here. Going through your friend's stuff does present certain dilemmas. It seems understood that some areas of the place are snooping allowed, though you wouldn't exactly bring up what you find in conversation, while other places constitute a violation of trust. But boundaries get hazy on a rainy Saturday afternoon that requires nothing of you besides lowering a bowl of cat chow to the floor. It's a moral Bermuda Triangle. Whatever sense of decency you had is quietly extracted, long gone before you realize it's missing, and you are caught up in the excitement of possibly discovering something you're not even sure you want to know. I am suddenly aware of all the small places here I've never seen. Closets and drawers and cabinets call out to me in anxious whispers. We have secrets. Open us up. Open us up. Reach inside. If I knew what I was looking for, I wouldn't be half as interested. What I am sure of is that people are only truly living their lives when I am not around. Their conversations are about real things. Their sex lives include wild, kinky moves I've never imagined. Intimacy I didn't know was possible. If I could only find a clue. Foraging for dirty secrets leaves me titillated. And I soon discover an exotic thrill in tasks I would normally consider merely pleasant. Each action becomes an immensely pleasurable, deliberate, and complete act unto itself. Like a Zen master, I have become wed to the present moment. I experiment. Ingredients in my own kitchen that would never find each other suddenly seem like viable companions. I make myself at home in a way that I never would in my own home. In my own tidy home with my own tidy girlfriend. I take chances. Take a few liberties. And, like visiting a foreign country or getting a free sample in a magazine, unfamiliar brands of everyday products are suddenly intriguing. I encounter obscure medicines, creams, ointments, each telling the story of a new malady or condition that I now understand wreaks havoc on the lives of my quietly suffering heroic friends. As happy as I am to finally be exfoliating my rough spots and melding my split ends, I have to wonder, what else should I be taking care of? So the afternoon wears on. The nesting frenzy I worked myself into reaches its climax, plateaus, and then begins to dissolve. And somewhere, a voice from outside the Bermuda Triangle reaches me. I've gone too far. A rigorous and creative afternoon has not only left me exhausted and disgusted at the prospect of cleaning an outrageous mess, but I am ashamed, revolted by my own loss of control, painfully aware of the hole in my life this binge couldn't fill. Why do I do this? When the cat slipped out, the move to go after it was like the rest of the afternoon, pure and when the door clicked shut, the image of the keys sitting on the table inside appeared like a crisp color slide in my mind's eye. Other slides followed. In the small of my back, a cold sweat of annoyance, humiliation, regret broke out as I absorbed the consequences of this mistake. I sat there, wishing each item back into place, thinking of all the things I'd give up to avoid these next 5 hours, and my friend's and his wife's arrival. I only wanted to return to a place where we knew a little less about one another.